Hey, this is Scott with Second Rain again. I'm actually in Mom's studio right now, and I am going to be finishing up. I've already got most of them hooked up, and I'll show you that in a second, but I just want to make a quick video about the plumbing and there's rain benches. What I've used and what works really well as far as carrying water, as far as economy scale, is this 1-inch inside diameter vinyl tubing. It's flexible. It comes in clear or black. We sell the black on our website. And the clear can go inside these benches, and that's what I've done. I've connected all these with clears so we can watch the water flow inside. Once the lid is closed down, no sunlight's going to get in here, so it doesn't matter. Algae's not going to grow. You don't want the clear on the outside for that reason, because algae will grow in the tubing if there's water in it. A couple of different ways of clamping these. There's clamps like this, a crimper clamps, and this is just a crimper tool. I don't know, it's like 10 or 15 bucks at a hardware store. And then these are a lot less expensive than the hose clamps. But you want to get them big enough, because the tricky part about this is these are for 1-inch irrigation line. I've made them work, and I've been kind of pulling them out and loosening them up and then sliding them over and clamping them. But they're not ideal to do that. But what I'm going to do here is on the very end of the line to vent this is I'm just going to slide this in, and this is actually a slide and lock. I'll show you this too. Slides up and out, and I've already got this one attached with a hose clamp, and I've done all the hose clamps on top so I can just unclamp it, because these crimped ones are not as easy to unclamp. You can, but so I'm going to just push this on here, and you don't want this tubing to be too cold, because it gets real hard. You can see how easy that slid on. If it was cold, which it was when we built this, that's the reason why I didn't do this when we built it. It makes it almost impossible to work with. But yeah, so now I'm gonna just sort of flare these out, slide them over, clamp them down. But I'll show you what I did. And then this is how, this is how that fitting, all connected, kind of slides and locks right onto this little contraption I call the liner lock. So that's just screwed right in through the front. See, there's a couple of screws there and there, and it just holds this in place on the inside. And then that lid will just come down. I've actually modified a little bit just because of this whole custom thing my sister's got going on over here. But then that's gonna sit right there. And then this is just, like I said, the vent is not gonna come out this, but a safety, just in case. I'd rather have it overflow than it blow the bench apart because there's no vent. So I'm not gonna keep the water level that high in here. But you can see down here, down on the bottoms, I have those clamps. And when you do that, when you put slide these tubing over top of the fitting, you have to make sure the clamp is on the tubing before you hand it. If you don't do that, you'll have what I did right over here. And that one I forgot. So you can see one is a hose clamp, because I slid the tubing on, and then I remembered, the clamp. So those hose clamps will come apart. You unscrew them all the way and just take it apart and go around there. So that's it.